crazy little thing called love on ukulele. That's your first verse. Let's take you step by step through some nice suspended chords, some nice little timing changes. This is a really must-learn song for ukulele, even though originally on guitar. It's got nice rhythms to it, very cleverly written. And I'm going to stop talking and we're going to start now. Now, I'm assuming you got a copy of the PDF that shows you all the chords. If you don't have a copy, please drop me a WhatsApp. I'll happily send it to you. Otherwise, just drop me an email via my channel. And let's get going, focusing on what is my fretting hand doing. We're starting with a D chord, which looks like that. Fingers 1, 2, and 3 all squeezing into your second fret on string 4, 3, and 2. And I found that a very, very tight squeeze. So what I found helps me quite a lot is I swap fingers 1 and 2 around. So to break it down, I'll start with my first finger on my third string, 1, 2, 3. My middle finger goes to the top string and my ring finger goes to the second string from the bottom, and I find this allows me to play my D chord a lot easier. Should sound like that. Now on the rhythm pattern, on the top, on the right hand corner, you'll see the strumming patterns and everything for the song. You'll notice there's a red arrow. On that red arrow you change your D to a D sus4. Can you hear the difference? Now there's two ways to do it. You can either slide your ring finger, finger number 3 across, D to D sus4, you can do it like that. And some players like bringing the pinky in, so this is also acceptable. There you can see my pinky coming into play. Whichever works for you, I don't really mind. Sometimes there is more than one way to play it. Okay, now on the rhythm you're starting with 1 and 2. On the second beat, on the 2 count, your third finger is slid across for the D sus4, and on the and, the upstroke after that, it goes back where it was. So slow motion, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So in essence, you're only strumming the suspended fourth chord once. Now I'm going to quickly just focus on the strumming hand so we can see how they work together. You should be able to see my finger movement over there in the top left hand corner as well. But on the strumming, I want you to keep note that when you strum down, it's always on the numbered counts, the 1, the 2, the 3 and the 4. And on all the upstrokes, it's always the and, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're automatically getting it down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up movement. So we're establishing a rhythm in your strumming hand. Now you may use a pick if you want to. I prefer to use my finger. So from the side, it's that movement. I find the pick is a bit too harsh, a bit too brash, a bit too loud actually for ukulele because of the nature of the instrument. Now on that upstroke, watch the movement. Down, up, space. Now on the third beat you'll notice there's no arrow. So what I do is I move my hand down like that in an arc to keep the momentum of my hand moving. 1 and 2, sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's quite easy. Down, up, miss, up, down, up. And that's your first bar. We need 2 Ds for the beginning of the song. So you're going to do something like this. Simple as that. Now next up, we're going to look at a G chord. I'm going to break down the chords for the beginners that want to tackle this, just in case maybe there's a chord you haven't got familiar with. Your G chord has got finger 1, second fret, third string from the bottom, 1, 2, 3. Middle finger goes to the bottom, second fret, and ring finger goes to the third fret on the second string. This is your G. Now you're still going to use that same rhythm pattern you used for the D and the D sus, but there's no finger movement. Everything just stays like this. So you're strumming down, up, down, up, down, up. Now I want to zoom out just quickly, and I want you to notice where I'm strumming. There seems to be a general sort of consensus that you must strum over here. Like that, for example. I prefer strumming here. So I'm actually strumming around about fret number 10, fret number 12. It gives me a nice, warm, rich, deeper sound. So listen to this. Listen to this. strum where you like, but try strumming a bit higher up. You must feel relaxed while you're strumming. Okay, we got that. Now, after you've done the G, we're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're going to go from the C, which I'm sure you know, and then on that up strum, 1 and 2 and, you must be back on the G. So it's a very quick change, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Watch out for that offbeat, it's very important for the song. And now we're going to put the whole first line together. So you can see the movements, you can see the strumming hand, and we're going to have something like this. Okay, ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And you simply play that through twice in a row, so you do it again for the second line. Third line, 1D this time, not 2, so it's going to be then B flat. I'll show you the chord now. C. I'm also going to point out the timing as well, because the C and D's timing, or B flat and C's timing, is slightly different. Now the B flat, I'm going to zoom in to show you what's happening. We're starting with your first finger going flat across both bottom strings. Your middle finger number 2 goes to the 3rd string 2nd fret, and ring finger number 3 goes to the top string 3rd fret. So you use your B flat. And you're going to strum 1 and 2 and on the 3rd beat this time, not the off beat, you're onto the C. 3 and 4 and. So your B flat to C is going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you're back to D, 1 bar, 1 and you start a second bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you count it out, but you only strum on the count of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You don't let the notes ring. So let's take the whole verse through and see if you're happy with the structure of that. Are we ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then obviously the second verse starts. Now on the chorus, we're going to have changes, and this is what's so nice about the song. Lots of songs are like 4 chords in a row that repeat over and over and over, and if you don't believe me, go look at most of Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran songs. Beautiful songs, but this writing structure for this song is very different from what those artists use most of the time. Okay, we're going to start with the G. There goes my baby. 2 bars of G, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of G. Then it goes to She Drives Me Crazy to B flat, 2 bars of B flat, and then comes an E chord and an A chord. But I'll show you what's going to happen with the E and A, because we're going to have some nice timing there. Let's first play through 2 Gs, 1 C, 1 G, 2 B flats, and we're going to stop. Okay, this is the chorus. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's up until there. Now we can have the E. Okay, so the E and the A are going to share a bar. Now E, I'm going to show you quickly. This has got quite a challenging chord. Most books are going to show you E like this. Finger 1, string 1, 2nd fret. Finger 2, 4th fret, top string. Ring finger squeezes underneath him and pinky underneath him as well, which makes it a really tight squeeze unless you've got very tiny hands. So I don't like this E. I physically almost can't play it. So what I do is I find a new way. I'll do it like that. But the only change is don't strum that string. So what I do is I let my thumb rest on the string. My thumb is touching the string. So when I strum, it sounds cool. If I leave my thumb off, you can hear that string sounds terrible. So you let the thumb dampen him and you try your best to strum the bottom 3. And it works really nicely. Now halfway through the E, we're going to go to A. I'm sure you're familiar with A. Finger 1, finger 2. So it's going to go from here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're going to go to F, which is a really nice change. You just do that. So there's your A, there's your F. And it says stop next to it as well, so that's what you do. You stop. Okay. And there's a little riff. I'll take you to the riff now. and then it's going to go E to A again. It says stop once more. Okay, but before we get there, let's take it the whole way through until the first F stop. And here we go with the whole chorus. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, and then the riff I'm going to show you right now. The riff, quite easy, it's going to sound like this when it's finished. And the drum sort of does a sort of drum thing, so I can't play drums and ukulele at the same time, but you're going to something like this. Drums, drums again, and you're going to go E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A, which is basically 6 strums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A, and then you go back to your verse, and in essence, that's all there is for Crazy Little Thing Called Love. So we're going to take you now the whole way through the chorus to make sure you've got the structure. This is the tricky part of the song. And let's get going. Are you ready with G chord? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 3 and 4 and then E, and then the bass guitar runs in and you go back to your. Now if you're playing this with a guitar friend and you want to do the solo as well, in other words, you're not going to do the solo, you're not going to do, although you probably could, okay, while you're backing your guitarist and you wanted to play the chords, it's simply just B flat, 2 B flats, and 2 Ds, 2 B flats, and E to the A, and stop. 2, 3, 4, and that's basically your chord backup for the solo. And I'm not going to do the lead solo on ukulele. Basically, don't have enough strings and etc. etc. But you've got everything to be able to play a really cool song the whole way through from beginning to end. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to drop me a WhatsApp. Wishing you an awesome week. Take care.